like that. Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
About to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. I score up in the end zone, do my dance all on a hater. A mover and a shaker, you a novice, I'm a player. I'm from DC, but I'm running through and sacking like a raider. 2 chains on my neck, one for now and one for later. And we don't play fair, baby, we play for keeps. You can pass me up, this is not a bye week. I'm looking for a trophy competition, looking steep. Yeah, I'm training, I've been focused, I've been bombing from the deep. I'm like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Move the needle for the city like the championships. All my records go hard, it's a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Head to head with anybody, take them, I can shake them. I invite them to the fire, then I bake them, I'ma break them. I'm a Hall of Fame legend, they should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work, I don't think they really heard me like. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me, ain't no topping me. I am up, number 1 seed, ain't nobody popping up. Got a squad of gorillas from the jungle suited up. You kicking off against me, hope you ready, get it up. I be booted up, popping out a sprinter or a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Calling audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. You get hit, if I miss, then my teammates got the blitz, yeah. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go. At their own 20-yard line. Set. 180. 3 butt.
They'll run on first down. Akers. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
You ready?
Mike Mark 2, Mike Mark 2.
Look at me. Go. Let's go.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. These two teams, of course, met last year in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And, a lot of people were calling that kind of a throwback game to the 70s of the old NFL. And the Rams would get out to the 23-7 lead. Cowboys tried to make a late push, but the Rams would hold on for the 30-22 victory. He'll have a first down past the 40. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 19th touchdown now on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second, we do have a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
That lady. Pick it up.
On first down, Akers. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Let's go, defense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Let's get it.
And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Come on.
They'll run on first down. Akers. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd down now, Akers trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
Lady.
50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And a sack by one of the most consistent D linemen in the game, Gerald McCoy. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work. You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they are backed up as far as you can go as they'll start this drive on their own 1-yard line.
And whenever I see the Cowboys backed up on their own 1-yard line, I think of one thing. Tony Dorsett at the old Metrodome playing against the Vikings when he got away with a 99-yard touchdown run and did it.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Heck of a start. A 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. They took a real chance there, throwing deep from their own end zone.
Yeah, just think about it this way. If you take that shot, which they just did, you're giving those pass rushers an extra chance to get you. Your escape hatch behind you is gone because the end line is there. Yet at the same time, they took the gamble, and boy, did it pay off.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Get wide.
Run for Pollard. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. You and I have talked about it before, but what about the year this guy's had on the ground? You come in as a rookie and in the discussion as MVP.
And people have always told me, running back, one of the easiest positions to break in, but not to this level. If you're talking MVP, that means he's had a sensational season.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
Yo, cheetah.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Steps away to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
You think you won't get this?
59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check. 59. Watch QB.
Hey, lock it. Go.
QB drop. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check.
Ready.
2nd and 2. Flushed out right. He'll run it. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it and run time, and he picks up a first down.
On first down, Pollard. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. It's a gain of 16 in the Dallas first down.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already. And we've still got 3 quarters to go.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now Manziel. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
I can't believe they
2nd and 10. Being chased out left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lamb. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding opens.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, every now and then you just absolutely outguess yourself. 3rd and inches, and they decide not to run the ball. You end up seeing the end result.
The end result was not good. They elect to pass, and it backfires. Well, they started that drive all the way back at the 1, able to march down, get 3.
It was daunting to begin with, wasn't it? But I thought overall, a very poised and efficient drive to get 3 points.
This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense. And
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. And the Cowboys here on third down bringing in an extra defensive back. A shotgun snap for Stanford. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. They'll run on first down. Akers. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Stafford incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. The Rams on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Stafford. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 42.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Right back to him on first down. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
It's a jet sweep, the football to Woods. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stat. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Pollard going to try the right side. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Break. Hey, exit.
59. Watch the screen. Pass. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Night, sweetheart.
Yes.
59's Mike, 59's Mike. Check, 59.
Here's Manziel. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Through the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Now a 1st down throw, Stafford. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Stafford gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line. To throw is Stafford. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing again is Stafford. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the 1st half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. So we have reached halftime here in a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even 1st half, all tied on the scoreboard. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up?
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Here's Stafford. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Stafford, he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. It's a jet sweep, the football to Woods. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Stafford. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Right there, 54.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
54, check, watch 54, watch 54. Come on!
They'll keep it on the ground. Akers might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. From the gun, Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. And this one is right through. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. They'll keep it on the ground. Pollard. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Yeah.
Check 24. Check.
Ready.
Manziel. Cooper's got it. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 45-yard line. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games for the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons. A gain of 3, second down. Here's a 2nd and 7. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
They'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go. And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
On 1st down, Akers. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 38, Stafford. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
A 3-yard gain and enough for the 1st down. Operating from the gun. Stafford. He's going to loft one. Deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A huge play that time for the Rams. 52 yards. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal. Throwing is Stafford. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. On 4th down, Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Ready. 10 Lobo. You remember me? Let's go, baby. Fight.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for a 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. A first down there on a pickup of 25. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Here's Pollard. And an alley to run. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ball game. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. On first and 10, Stafford. Going up top for Kupp. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
The throw over the middle taken in, and they're able to get this one across the 35.
Here we go. Set. 250. He's alert. Any weapon.
First down, Rams.
Stafford on first down. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
27 yards there, a first down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 35-yard line. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. They'll run on first down. Akers, and able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Stafford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now it's Stafford. That's complete to his tight end Higbee. A gain of 9 there. Sets up second and goal. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll try and run it in with Brown. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Now Stafford. They'll roll him out right. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a fourth down. Well played.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
And the Cowboys are able to recover. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
On first down, Pollard. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Undercrush. Pilot, 64, weak, 5. Kill. Let's go, let's snap.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
That lady.
50's the mark. Good track.
Stafford now to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on fourth down.
Come on, let's go.
They snap it to Stafford. He's going to let it fly. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one.
We go. 10-2 stop.
Stop your whining.
Down to an E goes Manziel, and that should be your ball game. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Dallas, the final 2 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with the win. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for L.A., they've plummeted now to 3-11. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros, yell next. Every flow is unmatched, and I better get set in. Finish them. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum all. Kill them all. Rogue one, but I got a team with me. Batman when I got a team with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, Gold Tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, Gold Tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is a now. What state prop you looking bleak now? I was home to sleep designer sheets now. 30 different missions. When I speak they listen. Couldn't find the social fishing. Who the crew, it wasn't you. I know it's true cause you look like the opposition. Run it up. Greatest ever sums it up. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up. Kinda make my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, Gold Tank.